Stimulus checks for Americans, and this time starting from $800 for individuals and $1,600 for a couple. And it doesn't stop here. At the same time, American families could get $2,400 under this administration, and this is huge, or you can call it a good news for millions of low and middle income Americans. But you need to understand that there are some eligibility criteria. Yes, there are some requirements that you need to fulfill, and not all Americans are going to get it. A number of states are finally coming in front and saying enough is enough. It's time to give some sort of relief to our residents, and they are doing it, and I'm going to tell you about it. So in this very important video, I'm going to tell you about the state stimulus payments that are coming and confirmed, and what's the status of federal stimulus payment of up to $2,400 for millions of low and middle income Americans. So if you are waiting for a relief and wants to know about this good news, make sure you stay with us till the end of this video. And before I start the video, all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's start the video with the good news, with a federal stimulus check and its details. Look at this. American families could get $2,400 checks from tariff money. You must be thinking, $2,400? Are we even going to get it from Trump administration? Well, let me just show you a video before I even move forward with the details, and this video is from President Donald J. Trump himself. Recently, he talked about stimulus checks for Americans, or you can call it tariff rebate checks. Well, Josh Hawley introduced a legislation which is calling for $2,400 or up to $2,400 worth of tariff rebate stimulus payments to Americans. And this is what President Donald J. Trump had to say about this very important proposal that can give money to American people.
On tariffs, obviously the Treasury is making it so much money right now. Some Republicans have been pushing for tariff checks to go out. The basic idea is move the money back.
No, there are a lot of people that would like to see us do sort of a dividend to the people of our country. It's something I'd consider.
How much would
I want to pay off debt, but there's a possibility I'd do a dividend.
How are you?
And this is important, and this is recently President Donald J. Trump talked about the possibility of these new rebate checks for millions of Americans. But if you're thinking that yes, President Donald J. Trump is leaning towards giving these stimulus payments to Americans, because after that announcement, like around a month ago, President Donald J. Trump announced the possibility of new stimulus tariff rebate payments to Americans, and after that announcement, Josh Hawley introduced this very important legislation, and we are talking about these up to $2,400 rebate checks from tariff money. This is from Fox News. Look at this. A GOP senator, means Josh Hawley, has introduced bill to send tariff rebate checks to Americans. Under this bill, $600 will go to per adult and $600 for dependent child, or a massive $2,400 for a family of 4. Now, you know what happened? Everyone was so happy. American people were actually really happy that this money is coming. President Donald J. Trump himself announced the possibility of the stimulus payment. But you know what happened recently? Well, Bernie Moreno, actually, he was talking to a reporter, and this is what he said about these tariff stimulus or rebate checks, and Americans were outraged.
We're going to pay down their debt. No, we're going to pay down it. We have $37 trillion debt.
Why do you think a Republican that would introduce this
Because you're talking about it.
I mean, oh yeah, okay.
That's it. It'll never pass. We have a $37 trillion debt. You know, think about how immoral it is for my generation and older boomers to say to your generation, millennials and Gen Z, hey man, we had a great time in America. Here's trillions of dollars that you guys paid off. We loved it though. We enjoyed all this money that we borrowed on your behalf.
It's really painful to even play this entire video, and the reason is simple, because Bernie Moreno said that no, this bill that Josh Hawley presented, which is actually calling for giving money to millions of Americans and especially to millions of low and middle income Americans, well, Senator Bernie Moreno said that it will never pass. And now, is there anyone who's gonna ask him that, okay, what about those bills which are there to give billions and billions of dollars to other nations? You pass them overnight, you vote on them, and when it comes to these bills and legislations that are there to give money to millions of struggling low and middle income Americans, you are saying it will never pass? This is what a number of analysts and experts are saying. Well, when it comes to the details of this very important American Worker Rebate Act, you heard Bernie Moreno, it seems like these lawmakers will never let it pass, and that's why it's unclear how much support the bill has in the Senate now, because the Republican Party is actually opposing it. Now let's go towards this very important update, as if you're living in these states, then you are one of those lucky people who are going to get some money from your own state. 3 states that are still sending out stimulus checks in 2025, and this is important. The first one is New York. Well, when it comes to New York, you can actually get between $300 to $500 worth of stimulus payment, or you can call it inflation relief payment. Then the California is the second state and the Golden State. They're also sending this some sort of payment, and right here a new round of stimulus checks up to $725 are going for eligible households depending on the income and family size. Your annual income requirement is that beneficiaries must stay within the certain income limits set by the program. Residency in California, applicants must be legal residents of California and have filed a recent state tax return. And exclusion from the previous rounds, priority is given to the individuals who did not receive aid in the earlier phases of the Golden State program. So this is some sort of a stimulus aid, which is great, but Colorado has a massive stimulus payment program, as an individual could get $800 and a couple could get $1,600, depends on how you file your taxes. Then tax compliance must have filed Colorado 2023 DR 0104 tax return by April 15, 2024. Must have lived in Colorado for over a year, and age is that you must be 18 years old, and the legal status should not have any outstanding tax debt or criminal convictions resulting in imprisonment of 180 days or more during the fiscal year. This is very important. Number of Americans, or especially our subscribers, are asking that is there any relief coming? Well, let me just tell you that a number of states besides these 3 states have different programs. They're not calling them stimulus programs, they call them the relief programs or the aid programs, and I'm going to make a dedicated series on those programs for each state, because believe it or not, a number of states are in surplus budget, around 32 states, and they have their own programs. So I'm going to tell you about that your own state's program. So if you would like to know about it, all you need to do is to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so you can get the notification of those videos when we upload it for you. And make sure, please, you smash the like button on this video if you appreciate this content, as it takes a very long research and development after we come up with these very, very important videos for you. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.